everybody. So glad to be with you all. Um, I am honored to be a part of this amazing community. It's been life transforming for me. And let me just tell you a little bit of my story. I'll keep it relatively short, but I want to just share kind of the transformation that I saw. So I started out, I had got I thought I was a businessman, but then I went to college and I didn't, I got like a B plus in accounting. And so I thought that I didn't have it in me to be a businessman. So I'm like, okay, well, what can I do now? I guess I'll become a professor of psychology. This seems interesting. So went down that route literally on, going through graduate school, getting my PhD. I was on food stamps for 5 years. I mean, we had a salary of 14,000 a year as a graduate assistant. So things were super tight, and I literally just rode a bike to school every day because we couldn't really afford more than one car. My wife needed the car for to transport our kids around, and so for the whole time I was in graduate school and as a professor, we just had the one car, and I would ride that bike. It was like, I remember some days it was like 10 below and snowing or whatever. It didn't matter. Like, I was riding. It was gruesome sometimes. Um, but that was life. And I just, after a while, I love to learn. I love to grow. I studied marital relations and how to help families, which was a thrilling topic. But after a while, I just, and I was successful. I had 70 plus academic publications. I was getting invited to present my research like around the world, in Israel and Australia, you know, um, in Great Britain, so I was pretty renowned for what what I was researching and what I was writing on. People were really interested, but after a while, I got to be honest, I got pretty bored. I'm just like, man, I'm not really impacting many lives. I'm writing these research articles that no one really reads or cares about. There's got to be more to life than this. And a friend of mine gave me a book on real estate investing. And I read this book and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I had no idea that people could make this kind of money investing in real estate. So I started a long journey. I mean, literally, I did like all the programs, right? Like after reading this first book, I'm like, I gotta make this happen. I read several other books, while I was working on my garden as a board professor, right? I'm just trying to do everything I can to learn. And then I did, one of the guru programs. I like to say most of these programs are all very similar. They come into town, they give you a good show for a few days, and they get you all hyped up, and then they leave town, and you're stuck trying to figure out what's next. How can I do this on my own? Because it's it really requires, I think, a community of support. And so every time, I'd spend all this money, wouldn't see the results that I was hoping for, and I didn't really have the money to spend because I was like living paycheck to paycheck as a professor. This feels to me to be different. This feels different than any of these other guru programs that I had joined and failed at. I could ask them questions and they give me real answers, and I could connect. They were okay to share their contacts with me. They were okay to say, hey, here's who I use here, and here's who I did, there. And so they'd share, and they were abundance mindset people. And wow, I just started doing deals, to the point where now I was able to, actually a few years ago, I was able to get my dream car, Tesla Model S, and so now I didn't have to ride my bike all over anymore. It's kind of a big upgrade, right? From a bike to a Tesla. But actually, there was a Honda Civic in between. Michael would always make fun of me because it was like the bumper was coming off and it was but anyway, so I got, the dream car. Just recently I moved into the dream house, 9,000 square foot house with a sports court and a theater. But I think for me, more than any physical possession was the chance I had to travel, right? I love traveling with my family. I love um, doing that kind of thing. So here I am flipping 20 houses a year, have, you know, I've had as many as 50 rentals at a time. And but because of the principles in learning how to delegate, I was able to ultimately do what I really wanted, which was to travel the world with my family. I just got back from Mexico, in fact. We went to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico for a week during fall break. And for me, traveling with my family just gives me so much. It's just my favorite thing. So last year we spent 3 months of the year on family vacation, and I still made more money that year than I had ever made before because I was delegating, I was using systems, and real estate's just that kind of thing that once you get it down, you can scale it and have other people do a lot of the work for you. So I was able to have all these amazing experiences, travel 14 countries, and and really start, give back. I helped I helped contribute to dig wells in Cambodia for like 14 villages, and provide that clean water. The chance to give back and to go experience these things, and it's been so gratifying not only to become wealthy myself, but to help other people to gain the opportunity for financial freedom in their life. So it's been one heck of a journey, and I'm so grateful to relationships combined with knowledge is unstoppable.